ever wish you could go back to the good old days when life was simpler? Well, you can without ever leaving the Suncoast. You're invited to step back into pioneer days at Manatee Village Historical Park and try your hand at skills that were very important to families back then. We welcome Catherine Rowling, Special Events Coordinator, and Phaedra Carter, Manager of Historical Resources at Manatee Village Historical Park. Welcome, you guys, to the present. You can step out of your historical spot and see what life is like in these days. Just for a day. So tell me about the historical park for those who haven't been there recently.
For those who haven't been, it's a public-private partnership between the Clerk of Court's office and the Manatee County Historical Commission, which is a nonprofit that has collected buildings from Manatee County's pioneer past and preserved them. The time period that we span is from 1840 to 1918.
And these are buildings that you go through, you walk through, you see what life was like?
Yeah.
Yes, we are a museum and the collection of these buildings, so we have museum exhibits in the general store, and then you can also take one of our walking tour brochures, walk through the buildings, learn about them. We also host a number of events, public programming, so that people can learn hands-on what it was like. So we have the Scarecrow Building Workshop, we'll have a lecture on the Civil War in October, we'll have a World War I Centennial Concert in November. That'll be in our 1887 church, so the buildings are open.
So this was a very important skill, building scarecrows back in the old days.
It was a time when you had to provide your own food. If you couldn't grow what you needed to eat, it was very difficult. There weren't groceries, there was no Publix.
Yeah.
So you had to.
Wow, what a problem.
Yeah. It feels very fall I know for a lot of us,
Yes.
it doesn't feel like fall with the weather right now, but it's a nice way to kind of get into the spirit.
Yeah.
So
yes.
How do we know what scares crows? That's my big question. Oh, now this would scare anything.
So this is what we are aspiring to, right?
It is.
He looks friendly.
Handsome gentleman, very
I
nice
love the
build.
mustache.
Okay,
All right.
so what do we do to build him? Oh my goodness, we have a little touch of modern days here, ladies.
This turned into kind of a really cool recycling project. So this is actually what's going to form out his chest. So you can hang this around the neck and stuff it down into the shirt. Just use the hangers there, the handles. Yep.
Here, Joey, I'll give you a hand here.
Oh, you just hang it on.
we're
Almost
losing
like a
our
purse
guy.
strap.
Oh, I don't know what a person, I mean, I know what a, there we go. I thought she was going to have to come down and help.
I'm going to work
Just
on
like
his
this.
pants here.
That way, nothing falls out the bottom.
Now, kids got to help with these projects in the old days, right?
Sure.
Kids had to do everything in the old days.
And you can button them up.
I gave him kind of a detached organ down here, so
He's definitely scarier than that.
We're going to steal some of this. This is going to be his head.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Scarecrow.
He lost some weight. That's all right.
This is his
Not a
hat.
problem. So his head,
pillowcase.
yeah, we're going to tie this up.
Buttoning him up for a formal
Now,
event.
the crows were scared of kids. Good thing back in those days, because the kids were out in the field all the time, weren't they?
They were. So scarecrows were important when, say, the kids had gone to school and farmers used to sit out in the fields. There are so many pictures from the 30s, the 40s of farmers sitting in the field just trying to scare any kind of pests away themselves. But if you're not there, you can't be there all the time, especially at night. So these were really important to scare off birds that might eat your corn, your berries.
So, well, did they really work?
Right here.
Yes.
I will be honest, I've seen a lot of pictures of scarecrows covered in crows.
Yeah, that's what I think of. It's crows sitting on.
At least the crows weren't eating the corn. That's true. The scarecrow.
I love
They're
this.
sitting on.
This is a great way, though, because I know a lot of kids, you can talk about pioneer days, you can read about it, but until it's hands-on, it is a
Right.
way to kind of learn a little bit more about what was happening in those days in Manatee.
Because if the crows ate your corn, you starved. I mean, it
Exactly.
wasn't a funny,
Yes.
laughing matter then.
Yeah.
It was life or death that you were
Right.
defending.
Yes.
And I think you're doing a scarecrow that will scare
How's he doing?
anybody.
Are we ready to pop
This
him
would
up?
scare me.
I know, I've made him a little lumpy.
I think this would be a good protection device today. Put one of these in your living room window and nobody's
Nobody would
coming
come
in.
near that house. It'd be a good Halloween decoration.
I'm going to put him in my office this week, and everyone will think I'm here.
Don't think we have a new co-host.
So you brought some
Very
other
handsome.
things. What did you
We
bring
did.
there?
So on Saturday, September 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., we are sold out of the scarecrow armatures. We provide the armature, the head covering, and the stuffing, but we're sold out. We will have these kids' crafts, and they are free. And anytime from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., if you have kids, come out and make some little fall themed scarecrow. This is a good look. And then we have little lollipops. So even though we are sold out of the scarecrows, you can still have a little fall fun.
And admission is free. That's one of
Yes.
the good things.
Yes, we are always free. Every once in a while, we'll have a fundraiser special event. In December, we usually do. But these activities are usually free. We're a public benefit to Manatee County.
Oh, it's a great place to take the kids and learn about history, because you can see those washboards that you never would have remembered if they told you about them in school.
Kids actually like laundry at our place.
That'll never work for me. And for more information about Manatee Village Historical Park, go to manateevillage.org.